The Honda Rebel 500 and the Kawasaki Eliminator 500 are Japanese cruisers built for riders who want style, comfort, and performance without breaking the bank. Whether you're a beginner, a returning rider, or just looking for a fun weekend ride, this comparison will help you decide which bike is your perfect match. We'll break down their design, performance, features, pricing, and more with all the latest specs for 2025, tailored for the US market. Stick around until the end for our final verdict on which cruiser takes the crown. Let's roll. First, let's set the stage. The Honda Rebel 500 is a bobber-inspired cruiser with a minimalist retro vibe. It's been a fan favorite for its low seat height and approachable performance, dominating the 400 to 500cc cruiser segment in the US for years. On the other hand, the Kawasaki Eliminator 500 is a modern take on the classic cruiser, blending sharp styling with advanced tech. Revived in 2023, it's designed to challenge the Rebel with a lighter build and a sportier edge. Both bikes are priced competitively in the US, with the Rebel 500 starting at $6,499 for the non-ABS model and $6,799 for the ABS model, while the Eliminator 500 starts at $6,699 for the non-ABS model and $6,999 for the ABS model, with the SE ABS variant at $7,249. But which one offers the best value? Let's dive into the details. Let's start with design, because cruisers are all about turning heads. The Honda Rebel 500 screams retro cool with its low-slung, bobber-style design. It's got a compact, peanut-shaped 2.96-gallon fuel tank, chunky 16-inch tires at both ends, and a matte black finish that's all about understated elegance. The round LED headlight, blacked-out components, and minimalist lines give it a raw, soulful vibe. In the US, it's available in matte black metallic and pearl smoky gray for 2025. With the SE variant adding a touch of flair with bronze wheels. The Rebel's design is perfect for riders who love that classic, no-nonsense cruiser aesthetic. The Eliminator takes a different approach with a more traditional cruiser look. It features a muscular, teardrop-shaped 3.4-gallon fuel tank, sleek LED turn signals, a 2-into-1 exhaust, and a split-seat layout for a bold road presence. It's available in Pearl Robotic White and Pearl Storm Gray for the standard model, while the SE variant rocks a candy steel furnace orange and ebony dual-tone scheme. The Eliminator feels like a street fighter dressed as a cruiser, appealing to riders who want a more modern, assertive vibe. The Rebel is your pick if you love retro simplicity and a bobber vibe. The Eliminator wins if you want a bolder, more contemporary cruiser look. Now, let's get to the heart of these machines. Their engines. Both bikes use liquid-cooled parallel twin engines, but there are some key differences. The Honda Rebel 500 is powered by a 471cc, 4-stroke, 8-valve parallel twin engine derived from the CBR 500, but tuned for cruiser duty. It pumps out 46.9 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 31.7 pound-feet of torque at 6,000 RPM. Paired with the 6-speed gearbox and a slipper and assist clutch, it delivers smooth, predictable power that's perfect for city commuting and relaxed highway cruising. The Rebel's engine has a low-end grunt that feels lumpy and characterful, ideal for a cruiser. The Eliminator 500 runs a slightly smaller 451cc parallel twin engine, borrowed from the Ninja 400, but retuned for cruising. It produces an estimated 47.5 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and 31.7 pound-feet of torque at 7,500 RPM. Like the Rebel, it's paired with the 6-speed gearbox and a slipper and assist clutch, but its gearing is optimized for quicker acceleration. The Eliminator's engine feels a bit more responsive and rev-happy, though it lacks the low-end thump of the Rebel. Performance comparison. The Rebel's extra 20 cc's gives it a slight edge in low-end torque, making it feel punchier off the line and better for overtaking. The Eliminator, however, is 30 pounds lighter, 388 pounds versus 318 pounds wet, which gives it a better power-to-weight ratio and potentially snappier performance. Real-world tests suggest the Eliminator might edge out in straight-line speed, but the Rebel's tractable power delivery makes it more forgiving for new riders. Neither bike gets a quick shifter, so you'll be working that clutch for shifts. If you want low-end grunt and a relaxed ride, the Rebel is your choice. If you prefer a livelier, more responsive feel, the Eliminator takes the lead. Next up, ergonomics. Cruisers are all about comfort, so let's see how these two stack up. The Honda Rebel 500 is a dream for shorter riders with a super low 72-inch seat height, one of the lowest in its class. This makes it incredibly accessible, especially for beginners or riders with shorter inseams. The riding position is relaxed, with mid-mounted foot pegs and wide handlebars that make city riding a breeze. The single seat, with an optional $139.95 pillion seat kit, is well padded, and the bike's compact 58.7-inch wheelbase ensures nimble handling. However, its 5.3-inch ground clearance can be a limitation on rough roads or speed bumps. The Eliminator has a slightly higher 28.9-inch seat height, but it's still beginner-friendly and can be adjusted lower with Kawasaki's ErgoFit seat. Its upright riding posture, forward-mounted foot pegs, and longer 59.8-inch wheelbase give it a more traditional cruiser feel, ideal for longer rides. The split-seat design offers better support for both rider and passenger, and the 5.9-inch ground clearance makes it better suited for varied road conditions. Comfort comparison. The Rebel's low seat and compact design are ideal for shorter riders and urban environments. The Eliminator's taller seat and longer wheelbase offer better stability and comfort for highway cruising or longer journeys.
Let's talk suspension and handling. Both bikes use a 41mm telescopic front fork and twin rear shock absorbers with adjustable preload, so they're closely matched here. The Rebel offers slightly more suspension travel, 4.8 inches front, 3.8 inches rear, compared to the Eliminator's 4.7-inch front, 3.1-inch rear, which can make it feel a bit plusher over bumps. However, the Eliminator's lighter weight and 18-inch front wheel versus the Rebel's 16-inch wheel give it better stability and smoother handling at higher speeds. The Rebel's shorter wheelbase and low center of gravity make it super agile in tight spaces, like weaving through traffic. The Eliminator, with its longer wheelbase and higher ground clearance, feels more planted on open roads, but less nimble in the city. Some testers note the Eliminator's IRC tires feel a bit spongy, which can reduce feedback in twisty corners. Verdict on handling. The Rebel's nimble and forgiving nature makes it great for urban environments and newer riders. The Eliminator's stability shines on highways and longer rides. Both bikes offer dual-channel ABS variants, a big plus for safety. The Honda Rebel 500 has a 296mm front disc and a 240mm rear disc, both with single-piston calipers. The setup is reliable for everyday riding, offering good stopping power for its 418-pound weight. The slipper and assist clutch also helps prevent rear-wheel lockup during aggressive downshifts. The Kawasaki Eliminator 500 steps it up with a larger 310mm front disc and a 2-piston radial caliper, paired with the same 240mm rear disc. The bigger front disc gives it a slight advantage in braking, especially at higher speeds. Like the Rebel, it also has a slipper and assist clutch for smooth gear changes. The Eliminator's larger front disc gives it a slight advantage, but both bikes offer solid, confidence-inspiring braking for their class. Now let's look at features and tech. The Honda Rebel 500 keeps things simple, true to its retro roots. It has a monochrome LCD instrument cluster that displays the essentials: speed, odometer, trip meters, gear position, and fuel gauge. The all-LED lighting, headlight, taillight, and indicators is bright and modern, but there's no Bluetooth connectivity or advanced tech. It's all about the ride, not the gadgets. The Eliminator 500 takes a more modern approach. Its round LCD digital cluster includes a tachometer, fuel gauge, coolant temperature, gear position, clock, and more. The standout feature is Bluetooth connectivity via Kawasaki's Rideology app, which lets you track ride data, get call and message alerts, and monitor service updates. The Eliminator also has full LED lighting, and the SE variant adds a USB-C charger and a headlight cowl. Verdict on features. The Eliminator's tech-forward approach, especially the Bluetooth connectivity, gives it a clear edge for riders who value modern conveniences. The Rebel's simplicity might appeal to purists, but it lags in tech. Let's talk about money. In the US, the Honda Rebel 500 starts at $6,499 for the non-ABS model and $6,799 for the ABS model, with the SE ABS variant at $6,799. Note that the pillion seat and footrest kit is an additional $139.95. The Rebel is widely available through Honda's extensive US dealership network. The Kawasaki Eliminator 500 retails for $6649, $6949, and $7249 for the SE ABS model, a $150 to $450 premium over the Rebel. It's also widely available through Kawasaki's US dealerships. The Eliminator's 3.4-gallon fuel tank gives it a slight edge over the Rebel's 2.96 gallons, potentially offering better range for long rides. The Rebel is the more affordable option, especially if you skip the pillion kit, but the Eliminator's tech and larger tank justify its slight premium for some riders. Alright, it's time for the final verdict. The Honda Rebel 500 is the king of accessibility and retro charm. Its low seat height, torquey engine, and lower price make it a fantastic choice for new riders or anyone who loves a classic bobber vibe. However, its lack of modern tech and smaller fuel tank are drawbacks for some. The Eliminator 500 brings a fresh, modern take on the cruiser segment. It's lighter, techier, and offers better braking and highway stability, but the higher price and less characterful engine might not suit everyone. Our pick: if you're a beginner or prioritize affordability and simplicity, go for the Honda Rebel 500. If you want a tech-savvy, dynamic cruiser with a bold look, the Kawasaki Eliminator 500 is your winner. What do you think? Are you Team Rebel or Team Eliminator? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more bike comparisons. Until next time, ride safe and keep the rubber side down. Thanks for watching, riders. Check out our other videos for more motorcycle reviews, comparisons, and tips. See you on the road.